Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video I'll be doing a review for another film that I've seen. This is called Happy Death Day. In the last video I did a review for Rocketman, which I'll leave a link to down below. Of course there's going to be spoilers in this review, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So this film was released on the 13th of October 2017 in the UK. Though I didn't get any release date in the US, but I did get one for Brazil, which was the 12th of October 2017. It wasn't on Now TV, it was actually on Film 4 a couple of days ago, and it only rates it out of 4 stars, so it gave it 2.5 stars, which would be 3.5 maybe if it was on Now TV. So 2.5 out of 4. I watched it on the 20th of June. It's a Universal and Blumhouse Productions film, basically Blumhouse dealing with horror films. We've got Christopher Landon, who is the director of this series. We've got Jessica Roth, or Roth, however you pronounce it, who plays Tree, or Teresa Gelben, who's the main character in this, as well as Israel Broussard, who plays Carter Davis, the love interest of Tree. We've got Ruby Modin, played by, Ruby Modin plays Laurie Spengler, who's friends with Tree, who's actually her roommate. We've got Rachel Matthews, who plays Danielle Boseman, who's this leader of this house. We got Fivu, who plays Ryan Fan, Charles Aitken, who plays Gregory Butler, and then we got others along the way. So at the start, we see Tree is in Carter's room. We hear her phone going off. Her dad's calling her, and well, Ryan walks in, and then Carter's like, "Nice one, D-head," and then we see a lot of stuff going on, like all this stuff happening, but we will see it coming and appearing again after Tree dies and then wakes up in the same place. We hear it's not like you have a foot long, something to do with Subway. So Tree throws away Laurie's cake, saying she can't eat it, too much carbs, whatever. Carter came back to return Tree's bracelet, and someone spilt chocolate milk over Tree. Well, they knocked into Carter. Tree was ignoring her dad's calls. Gregory and Tree were kissing. And then Stephanie, who's the wife of Gregory, who's played by Laura Clifton, came in. The lights went out. And then there was this blackout that happened at like 9 o'clock or something every time. I don't know why. Then there was this guy in the baby mask looking over at Tree. There was this group of them, all with baby masks as well. Tree then comes across this like music thing. She walks away from it, and it still keeps going. And then the baby mask, well, he went off after Tree said, "I'm calling the cops," and then he jumps down and stabs Tree. Then we see like this quote on the door: "Today is the first day of the rest of your life." Basically the moral of the film, reliving the same day. There was no lesson this time. She didn't end up going to lesson. Tree was seeing the same thing, so a guy staring at her, something about global warming, a car alarm going off, sprinklers, guy falling, and then one of her best mates who kind of likes her, but he's actually gay. They didn't blow out the candle. Tree blew out the candle last time and threw it in the bin, but she closed the door and that blew out the candle. Gregory this time initiated the kiss. Then we saw a video of her face in a cake. Tree turned round this time when the baby mask did, but then he walked off. Somebody was spying through the top window. I think there was a camera there, and she eventually went to the party, punched a guy in a baby mask. And then Nick got Tree upstairs, and then Tree gets a text from Danielle and all about, "Are you in with him?" And then the actual baby mask guy comes out, stabs Tree with this like smoker thing, and then Tree locks herself in this time. She gets a card saying there's no tomorrow. The TV comes off. She hears a noise from the bathroom, and before she tries to look who it is. The TV comes back on, and then she gets stabbed through the door. She hugged Carter after he gave her clothes back because she like ran off. They didn't do it, I think. Then they were like figuring out who was doing it, who was the victim that was kept killing Tree. So it was probably not Nick because he was in his room, and then Tim wasn't. It wasn't Tim because he was doing something else, or not Stephanie and Danielle. Then Tree decided to go naked. Everyone was looking. Then there was this like smack transition with the bat, and then to the bed. Tree fainted and then was in hospital. Saw the baby mask. Then Carter. This is in the hospital. Gregory appeared when the lights went out because he was checking on her, and then Gregory was just here. Gregory had a baby mask in his drawer, and then he got stabbed, disappears, and then went back. Police was behind her, like she was speeding off, whatever, and then she gets handcuffed, and then the police officer gets ran over. Then there was this like baby mask and blue lights in the mirror that was pretty good, and then the car was leaking from the side. There was this candle, I think maybe from the cake, to kill Tree, and then he created this trail of fire, and then the car blew up, and she was like, oh F. Tree showed Carter the things she remembers. John Toombs, basically this killer, was on the news. He goes to hospital. There was this blood on the door. The baby mask guy killed a police officer. Rob Mello plays John Toombs. We hear "see you soon, a-hole," and like hanged herself. And then we see Tree hugging Carter again and borrowed a pillow, and there was like "see you at lunch," and smacked Ryan like naughty on the bum. She threw her heels, took someone's glasses, signed global warming, saved people from sprinklers, had a pillow for the guy, kissed him on the head. Tim got told the truth about his who he likes, whatever. Waved to the girl that was on the step, whatever. Told Danielle about Carter, and then we hear, you go out there and get yourself a fine piece of man bottom. Then Tree had a word with Gregory about seeing him. Tree was late, and then because one of them kept bringing like chocolate milkshakes, whatever, and then she had loads of unhealthy food. She was about to leave, but then she took Becky's milkshake, who's played by Corella Smith, and just literally poured it over Danielle. Well, took the straw out before and then poured it over Danielle. Tree then kissed Carter. Tree met up with her dad, who's played by Jason Bale, who plays David Gelbin. She timed the blackout so that she would change position and then shoot John Toombs. The safety was on, and then she turned the safety off. Well, because John told him. Then it was the same day, the cake, and well, it was a blackout, and then we thought, why is she still in the same day? But then we think, is it something to do with the cake? And then we see Laurie hearing, I've got a cake for you, and then Tree says, but I already ate it last night. And then she thinks, oh my god, the cake is poisonous. And so we find out that Laurie was the actual killer, and when John Toombs was in hospital, she had a baby mask for him to make him kill Tree every single time. And then she was like to Laurie, prove it, go on Laurie, take a bit. And then when Danielle was at the door, Tree punched her in the throat and was like, eat it, B, and then fed the cake and then kicked her through the window, and then she died. And then we find out Tree hasn't seen Groundhog Day, when Carter was saying, Groundhog Day, we live in the same day. Carter messed with Tree, thinking, oh, it's the same day, but no, instead it was the 19th instead of the 18th, and Carter actually rang her phone. Overall, I would give this film 5 stars, absolutely amazing. That is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.